Alright, well hello again, Fleet Commanders. Tiberius here, welcome you back to the channel. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Whether you're watching on Twitch live, when I do my weekly shows, 3 times a week now, 3 shows a week. Be sure and check over on Twitch for my schedule. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Varying times. Or if you're happening to watching the replay on YouTube, well thanks for watching there too, and of course be sure to like, follow, subscribe, all that fun stuff. So, let's see where we're at. We are still in the middle of all of our fun Ferengi arcs. We're about halfway done now with the monthly arc here. Got 10 days left to go in the old battle pass. But we only have a few milestones left. We'll get some more missions coming up here in a day or two. And yeah, that's really about it. Just some resources, and eventually at the end of the month we'll get some badges. I'll go ahead and collect my away team. Rewards here, trait XP and speed ups. Of course, if you do your daily mission, you get 1 hour speed ups, but these other various speed ups of different denominations, the only way to get those is either to buy them or to get them in these event rewards when they kind of give them out. And in the bottom half of the bracket here, we get 6 Fez shards and then some recruit tokens. Well, I just unlocked Fez, so I don't need to get shards for him right now. Now, they are doing the event, though, this Recruit Ferengi event that has nothing to do with recruiting Ferengi in order to score for it. It's gain shards and get these points, or gain Ferengi shards and get bigger points. But everybody's point total is all based pretty much on spend officer XP. So it really kind of defeats the whole point of doing this event when you're going to just put an officer XP option to score. And since these guys are so limited in terms of how you can get shards for them and then upgrade and tier them, spending this on Ferengi, getting the extra +4 bonus points each, isn't really making that big of a difference when you could just, spend officer XP on any officer. And as you can see, when the point totals are in the hundreds of millions, that's what everybody's doing. It's really just became an officer XP spend event and has nothing to do with recruiting Ferengi. So another big miss by Scopely on that one. Way to go, geniuses. Quark's Cargo was our new event for today. If you haven't done these yet, there's 3 missions that you can do. You get 48 hours to do them, to complete them. You have to unlock the first one. You have to complete the first one, then the second one will show up. Then when you complete the second one, then the third one will show up. They all require you to do the same thing. It will vary based on your level, the number of points you have to get. But spoiler alert, I have to say it because otherwise people get mad, right? If you don't say it. I'm going to tell you what you have to do. So event 1 here, looters belong to the faction who we unofficially made first contact with back in the 20th century. That would be the Federation from the classic Deep Space Nine episode. I believe it's titled Little Green Men, where somehow Quark and his brother and nephew end up going back in time, and they're the aliens at Area 51, running around from the military. It doesn't tell you what the points are and whatnot. I needed 775,000. This worked very similar to the other scoring events. So killing the level 49 heavy traders gave me like 275,000 points or something like that. So it was like kill 3 of them and you're basically done. The traders and the 49s, the ones in the Sol or Romulus or whatnot. Obviously, everybody's kind of camped out in those areas, but if you happen to grab 1 or 2 of those, it can really help your point totals, and then you can just sort of grind it out the rest of the way. So number 1 was kill the Federation, and after you complete that, then you get number 2, which is warmongering morons who still manage to get warp capabilities before us. Well, that sure sounds like the Klingons to me. Ferengis are not very fond of Klingons. And then we move over here to cargo number 3. Looters had a particular distaste for the Breen, not that they have fuzzy feelings for any race. Well, the only one really left at this point is the Romulans, and that's who you'll finish off this mission with. You'll get more of these little Dabo wheel spins. It's 100 and 250 is what 150, 100, 250. And then you get this little Marauder figurine that looks like Quark. No idea what those figurines are used for yet. These events last for 48 hours, and then a week from now, we get more of these events that will also last for 48 hours. So hopefully in part 2, they'll tell us what those little figurines are for, or how to cash them in so we don't just end up with another currency that we can't do anything with. Of course, we have our standard battle pass stuff. They're still running the advanced technologies for you buying the station damage thing. Yeah. The other big thing today was the voting finished for the Valentine's Day thing. 3 days after Valentine's Day. So if you whether you voted or not on Facebook, the most popular couple, which was your options were Kirk and Carol, Riker and Troy, and then Worf and Troy. But the original graphic they posted had Next Generation Worf and Troy in it, not Honor Guard Worf and Troy, which they changed it to midway because I think they realized, like, hey, wait a minute, why would anybody vote for, if these pairs are both epics and this is an epic and a rare, why would anybody vote for them? Plus, that Worf isn't that good anyway. So I think they switched it, but by that point in time, so many people had already voted that Riker Troy was the winner. So in your gifts tab, if you haven't claimed this yet, you should have right here, there should be a gift with a Valentine's Day chest that will have 5 Deanna Troy and 5 Riker shards for you to claim. Oh, the other thing I have to do right now is my amalgam. So the amalgam, hang on, let's take a quick peek here to make sure we're not in the middle of a TC fight. I get the hunch, yeah, nobody showed up. Okay, good. We're helping an ally defend, so, never want to get caught napping there. So, the Amalgam, the ship they still haven't created a free to play path to get yet. Every 3 days, you get to do the refinery, and based on the level of your ship, this payout and stuff is different. Basically costs you 2 million of these plundered cargoes, which you can get off the level 31 survey ships in the faction, non-faction spaces. So like if you go into Klingons, these areas over here, these new areas, these invasion zones. So these level 31 miners here drop the plundered cargo. They drop about 10,000 on average per kill. But once you unlock the amalgam, you get the ability to do this plunder thing, if you haven't seen this already. So the first time it takes you a little while, you got to stock up and get the stuff. Then you can cash in 100,000 of those points, basically like 10 kills. And then you get this plunder, which is an exocomp, that gives you like 10,000, 9,900. It's 9,900%. So basically 10,000% of an increase when using the amalgam to kill things. So every one of those guys you kill, instead of giving you 10,000, basically gives you 1,000,000, which kind of fills up the cargo on your tier 1 amalgam. So you just go back and forth, for the hour that the exo is up. That stockpiles you up some of these. You get 5 or 6 million pretty easily. You can move your base closer and obviously make more trips to make it worthwhile. But you can get 2 of these exos if you want. The first one is 100,000. If you want the second one, if you want 2 of them, it costs you 500,000. But if you get 2 of them and you can get 5 or 6 million, you kind of come out ahead on it. Then the other thing you do is your Amalgam Refinery, which is how you get parts to upgrade your ship. There's a 1 million point chest and there's a 2 million point double chest. That's what I did earlier today. Um, and when you do that, it gives you two things. It gives you amalgam currency, which is what you can use over here in your recruit tab, and you get this option. As long as you have 1,000, it takes you about 1,000 of these things, these refinery tokens, and then you can get some random stuff from here. Now, the breakdown of it, you are guaranteed to get an honor guard wharf shard, and these are the percentages. So it's very likely you'll just get one shard every pull. Maybe you get lucky and you get two, but the percentages on these are incredibly low, obviously less than 1%. So you'd really have to do your happy dance if you hit one of those. The other things that you can get, you have these guaranteed consumables, and you've got the negative rep reduction, the reputation gain, and the bigger reputation gains. We'll take a quick look at those. So, reputation reduction are these. So, if this will keep your when you're killing things of a particular, like if I'm killing Klingons and I don't want to lose Klingon reputation, I could pop this. So then it would cut it in half. So I would lose half as much reputation. So like today when it's, doing Quark's thing and it's like, oh, go kill these big capital traders. It's the easiest way to finish the event. You know, you'll, I'll lose like 80 to 100,000 faction rep for each of those kills that I get. Or I could cut that in half if I had one of these tokens here. Then you've got the rep gain ones, which are plus 40% gains. And then you've got the bigger ones, which are, these are the most common ones. And then you've got the bigger ones, which are the plus 70% gains. So if you're trying to level up and grind out your faction, this would give you, get to your goal that much faster. The last thing, you're guaranteed to get two of those, by the way. The last thing that you're guaranteed to get is one of these refit wildcards. You could end up with 12, 24, 36 shards are all fairly common here. And then these big ones that are 360 or 720 shards are 1%. We'll go ahead and pull this chest and see what we get today. No whammy, no whammy. Alright, so we got one wharf shard. We got the standard 40% fed rep. We got the 50% ROM negative reduction, which is awesome. And we got the low 12 skins. Now those ship skins, if you go back to your refinery tab in the Amalgam store, now I'm up to 72, you can use them to get ship refits and beam refits or cloaking for your Amalgam. But it costs a crazy amount. So if you're looking at, if you're looking at Amalgam cloaking shards, you're going to need like 120 of these shards, which will really take you a considerably amount of time to get, because you can really only do that like once every 3 days, and you might not even get if you need 36 for a chest but you only get 12, then that's maybe every once a week you're getting one of these things. You need 120 of them, so in 2 years you might have enough, unless you get some lucky pulls or some better pull rates. You get some of these beams. These are also not great in terms of the conversion rates or the basic G3 epic ship refits, which are good to unlock. These are a little bit cheaper, I think, to get these to unlock them. But still, not a great conversion rate, and you need a whole bunch of them. But at least it's something extra, right? It's a way to get something in the game, even if it's a long path. As long as there is an actual path, there's something to work towards. That's all we ever ask for with stuff. Okay, you made it hard to get. Great. But at least it gives me something to do. We did those. We did the amalgam. Making sure I did all my stuff for the day. Usually I do most of my stuff in the morning, but a few of them got, like, because of territory changes and things like that, they were inactive this morning. But I don't want to pull that now, because then I'll forget to do it again tomorrow. Ooh, but I did get enough missions, messages, that I can get some more Fed credits. Nice. Alright, so where are we? 318. 120 million away. And here we're up to 675. So we're getting closer. We're getting closer. Somewhere in the middle here, this is going to change my dailies again. I think it's around somewhere in the mid 700s. I want to say like 740. It's one of those secret in-between midway points that you hit that changes your dailies one more time. Augment stuff we're not doing. I do need data though. I'm a little low on that. And I've got enough to do that tomorrow. Okay. We're going to do this real quick. Go get some data. Whoops. Went too fast. Clicked off the screen. Alright, so we need data. We'll do this the quick way. He's not on an away team mission, right? Perfect. There we go. I don't really feel like putting together a whole team. I just need some data real quick. It only takes 8 or 9 seconds per node, so we'll just go ahead and get that out of the way. Yeah, but otherwise it's just another quiet month. Try and look at the calendar while we're in flight here. I got 30 seconds. We'll wait for our bounty hunter to show up because I have a tendency to send the ship and then, get distracted by something else, and then you get attacked and killed by a bounty hunter, and you're like, oh man, I just wasted the trip. So we usually just have to wait for the first guy to show up, hit that bounty hunter. There we go. And then you just move. To the other side of the system real quick. Looking at the calendar. What we got on deck for the 18th? War is good for business is coming back this weekend. Deal damage to armadas. Upgrade your Fuchsia. This is the one coming up soon. This weekend also is attacking rare and epic armadas. Anything below level 45. So no 45 epics in deep space. You can do 44 rares. You can do 42 epics. What do we got? Yeah, there's not. This is the Friday that there's nothing on. There's nothing on the 18th. It's just part 2 of this. If you didn't finish this, so tomorrow's going to be a really quiet day because there's nothing else on the 18th. So unless they're doing something, that's kind of off script here, like a jellyfish brawl or something, because we had Parabellum yesterday. Yesterday we had Parabellum. So yeah, so Friday, not gonna have much to do. Be a good day, I guess, to catch up on your. I want to say mining, but that's just wrong because that's all we've been doing all month is catching up on our mining. Be a good day to kill some stuff for faction grinding, I guess. Which I don't mind faction grinding, to be honest, because it's one of the only things in the game you actually have control over. You know, you need uncommon resources to upgrade your ships and to upgrade your station, but there's no real way that you can actually like control how much you get of those. You can go out and get the mine all the raw resources you want, but you're still at the mercy of whatever the refinery wants to pay out and give you, um, and that's all completely random. You're supposed they tell you, oh, the refinery's not supposed to be your primary way of getting stuff. You're supposed to get it all through events. Well, sometimes there just aren't any events to do. So, you're just supposed to slow down, or no, you're just supposed to buy everything. Don't you know that? Come on. So we'll do a little data mining real quick just to make sure I've got enough to do a poll tomorrow. This only takes a few seconds. It's 9 seconds apiece. That bounty hunter's all the way over there still. I think I only use about 125,000 a day between my Outlaw and Eclipse faction stores, but it's always nice to have a little extra just in case. It's a little less I have to get the next day. And as long as I'm here, we'll go grab some red data too, because I don't usually do this because again, it's slow and the payout for it is pretty bad. 9,500 only gets you 480 augment credits, but I know we're gonna have coming up soon, probably this weekend. I think it will be another officer solo leaderboard. So getting some extra shards out of these different recruit boxes will help with the having the extra credits to get the bigger, maybe the bigger pulls instead of just doing one chest. Maybe being able to do two chests to get extra shards, extra transporter patterns, which that'll give me extra officer shards. So as long as I'm here, we'll grab some red data real quick. I've already got the ship out. It's already over here. I might as well just grab a little bit of it. that? We already got 3,000. 4,000. And we're up to 5,000. We'll just pick up a little more data real quick. It's not bad once you do the research and you put Joaquin. Data mining is how I got this avatar. It's the only one I use. I have so many other ones, but I actually had to work really hard to get that one. Back when I was like level 24 and had like a tier 2 Botany Bay, they had a leaderboard for mining uh, data for an event, and that was the payout was that, and I won that leaderboard, just barely edging out the guy in second place. I think I had to mine like 7 million, 8 million uh, data with the Botany Bay that only held probably like 150,000. So uh, it was a long weekend. Did not get as much sleep as I normally do, but I was very proud of that grind. And plus it's just kind of a cool dude. Kind of looks a little bit like me. If I spiked my hair up a little bit on days when I'm not so clean shaven, I'm a little more scruffy. Maybe I could pull that look off. Never have the patience to mine red data. Yeah, it's something I just sort of do. I don't do it most of the time either, just for that exact reason. Even like the bigger nodes, it's still like 20 minutes for like 4,000. That's so bad. But if I'm already just out here, sometimes I'll just grab a little bit just to do one or two extra pulls to get an extra 1,000 credits. What do we got? So you already got 9,200. This is what Scopely has reduced us to, though. There's nothing else to do in the game right now. We have the time. We mine the data. They should do some data mining on their servers and find out what everybody's up to, because it's probably not all that interesting. Let's see if there's any bases that are worth. Anybody who left their shields down, maybe we'll go look for some raids, because the ship XP leaderboard is probably ridiculously high, and the rewards for it are not that good. I'm sure this is probably a couple million. Yeah, over a million ship XP. It's like you're going to convert 10 or 15,000 Latinum to get 4,000 back, and maybe get some other. Not that great. That's one leaderboard I never do, is the ship XP one. It's like, what would you even upgrade? Like, I'd spend a bunch leveling up my Franklin, or Franklin A rather. All right, so let's do this. I need the auger. Finish repairing you. Swap ships. And let's take the auger out for a spin. Group. No. No. What am I doing? Strength. Con. There you go. You need con. We'll move you. We'll leave Wharf. Extra crit bonus. Ignoring their mitigation. That should be pretty good. And we'll take the auger. That's why my alliance just started a war, because you needed something to do. Yeah, yeah, that's. I think that might sometimes that might also be what Scopely wants. We'll make them so bored they'll just start fighting each other, and then they'll have to buy stuff. Okay, so let's go see if anybody's home here. We'll go see who's if there's any doors worth knocking on. Probably not, but you never know. What do we got? Nobody's even stationed here. Well, yeah, why would you? It's just a par steel system. Uh, let's go see if anybody's here. This one might be have a few more systems, just because this alliance, this is the only territory they own, so you never know, you might get lucky. They have to have some people down here in territory, right? They don't have too many members, but what do we got? A 37. Senator Jenkins, as in Leroy Jenkins. A lot of par steel, not much else. No thanks, not worth the risk. Not worth the repair bill, and he's got a lot of ships home. There we go. What's this guy got? V'ger. V'ger's got nothing worth stealing. Shocker. Level 35. This guy. That's going to be a tougher crack for sure. 268 on the dilithium. He's got 4 ships home. Let's see what those ships are. This is going to be a tougher one to crack. He's got an Augur, a Saladin, a Devore, a Valkis, plus a 30 million strength station. That's, for me with this ship, that's at least 2, possibly 3 hulls. I mean, is it worth it? Let's think about this. So, order of operations. There's no explorers, so I'll end up shooting the Augur first, which he's got Kirk and Spock on to get shield strength back. Then I'll have to deal with the Saladin. Yeah, this is going to go poorly, but I'm bored. So let's do it anyway. Nothing else. Give us a minute to look at a battle log. How'd we do? Did we get anything down? Yeah, no, we didn't really even do much of a dent of anything in that. Yep, we got the barely scratched the hull. That's going to take way too much to get down for that little resources. Crit chance, minus to his damage, plus to my damage. Or to, but he's got extra mitigation. All the defense platforms. I hate the fact that you're attacking the station. You catch them by surprise, and all their stuff gets to shoot first. It's like, how is that right? How is it that they automatically all get to shoot first? And the defense platforms get to shoot a second time. And then you get to go. It's like you've already been shot 10 times and I'm the one doing the attacking. That doesn't make sense. Yeah. Barely any crits though. Thanks, Worf. Round 2, Obliterator did not crit. Now my shields are down. Here's a couple of crits. But he's got good mitigation. Decent mitigation. Yeah. I knew that one wasn't going to go so well. But that's okay. Today's event is all about getting helps, so every time I get to blow up, I get to give people get to give me helps and finish their battle pass. All right, let's see what other systems we can go find. Who else is around? Let's go see if there's anybody in this alliance. They're a smaller one. Let's see who's home. What do we got? All bubbled up. This guy's unbubbled. Level 31. All ships home. Nothing worth taking, though. That's it. Everybody just bubbled up and said, you know what, we're going to go watch basketball, or whatever's on. The Olympics, I don't know, something. Bubbles. Shields, shields. All shielded. Let's go see who's over here. Yeah, I've always been in the mindset of that too. You have to remember to, if you're not online, making sure you shield and whatnot. But then there's people who are like, well, I don't have anything worth stealing, so why am I going to waste the shield? If somebody wants to crack my base to take 838, that's 1,000 par steel, 6 million, 3 million. It's like it's going to cost them more to get through all my defenses than it is for what they're stealing. So if somebody wants to do it, be my guest. This guy's got nothing. Nothing. Probably because they've already been cleaned out by people earlier in the week for. There's 45 million titanium. Not really any defenses. That one's a little juicier. And we'll do that too. Nope, that's the wrong guy. Nope. What base was I going to? Did I forget already? Oh, did he bubble? That guy had nothing. Did I go to the wrong base? Or did he move or something? Right? There was just a guy who just had 40 million. There's this guy. So he saw me coming and he shielded. Okay. Alright. Well, then I guess we'll just go see if there's anybody home in our most hated at-war alliance here. There's only like 3 people in this alliance, but these are the guys who've just gone off the deep end. Nope, nobody home. one base. The other guy moved. I guess he's back in deep space. Yeah, he's got nothing. Oh, he's got 500 million in titanium. I guess he cashed in some tokens. We looted him the other day. So we killed those guys. We're being nice to those guys right now. These are our allies. Oh, they lost. This TC was earlier today. Now they can attack from both sides next week. They can hit both territories pretty easily from both sides. Try and take it over from our ally, and then move their way up to Makala, most likely. That's cool. Maybe give us some actual PvP then to do. I know about half the time we show up to our territories and it's just like, no, we can keep it. Are you OPC? Can I hit you at least? No. Excuse me. Here's a 29. You probably have nothing. The real demon. You're not even in an alliance, which means you quit, and your base is just still here. Yep. Nope. Nope. Yep. Everybody mining with regular mining ships, so that it takes longer and they don't go OPC. Oh, here you go. 60,000. 60,000 is a good amount to hit for. I'll take it. See if this guy warps out before I get there. It's been 0 notes. Chances are he is not online and he forgot about it. Yay, we killed something. Now it was all worth it. I don't know why I keep looking over here. There's nothing to do on these tabs. But it's like, maybe I missed something. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. Even the station event, I'll get a few points for. We'll keep working on Ship Dock G. Oh, finally having to spend crystal. Okay, so it's level 24 going to 25. That actually costs. So the first 24 levels just cost par steel and titanium. 25 costs 3-star crystal. That might be why I've seen some of the higher level guys in the 3-star crystal nodes. They are needing to refine that to upgrade that ship dock. When the cargo event launched, it was bugged, and you were getting way fewer points, but even that grind they took away from us. Yeah, that's usually the thing. They launch an event and the scoring doesn't work right. That's not surprising. I mean, they had to change the last event and took away the spend Latinum to get points portion of it because they couldn't get the scoring right on it. So since they promised the only way to get Quark was through those leaderboards, They had to keep the event. All right, maybe there's somebody here. I hate territory rating because that's where all the bases are, but obviously you can't get closer to anything, and you have to. It's long distance. But that is where the majority of bases are these days, are in territories for the better sized alliances anyway. Nobody home, nobody home. Eh, level 14. And nobody home. Yeah. Alright, I give up. You win, I give up. We're done with the data mining. Put my base defense crew back on. This is just about making it expensive for anybody who wants to hit me. I will obviously shield and things like that when I stop playing, but if anybody wants to try and do a sneak attack and just sort of pop in while I'm actually online and playing, I'm just going to make it really expensive for them. That's all. There's nothing going on. I did a little data mining. I don't feel like doing eclipses. How many of those rep tokens do I have? 1 plus Romulan rep, 2 plus Klingon reps, a couple of smaller plus Fed reps. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we can say that tonight has successfully been a successful bust, and that there really isn't a whole lot to do in the game right now. Certainly not a lot to talk about and make for exciting content. So we'll just have to cross our fingers that next month gets better. And in the meantime, we'll just keep sort of going through the motions and picking up things where we can. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I know I always have fun doing it, even if there's not much going on in the game. Just being able to talk about the game with other players is always fun, and kind of that in and of itself is a little exciting. And hope you guys have a great night. I'll see you around the galaxy and see you on Sunday for my next live stream, Sunday afternoon.